Hello, social media friends. I'm Viridiana Marquez with DRB Media Communications Digital News, and Danny Barrera has the story.
On Tuesday evening, December 12th, the Odessa City Council held its regular scheduled meeting. After the proclamations, presentations, and the awards section of the agenda, Mayor Javier Joven and the council addressed and discussed the termination of City Attorney and the City Manager. The Odessa City Council voted 5-2 for the termination of the City Manager, Michael Marrero, and 5-2 on the termination of City Attorney Natasha Brooks.
To discuss and take any and all possible action to evaluate and terminate the appointment of the City Attorney. Council?
Mayor, may I be recognized?
Ms. Swanner, you have the floor.
I make a motion that we terminate the appointment of the City Attorney Natasha Brooks and that she removes from the dais immediately.
We have a motion by Councilmember Swanner. Do we have a second? We have a second by Councilmember Cornell. All in favor indicated by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Can we have indication of? We have 5 in the affirmative. All opposed?
Nay.
Nay. Motion passes 5-2. I'll make a motion as mayor to terminate immediately and remove the dais the city manager, Mr. Marrero. Do I have a second? I have a second by Mr. Haney. Let us get through the process. We're going to item 3, to discuss and take any and all possible action to evaluate and terminate the appointment of the city manager. Council, I'll make a motion as mayor to terminate immediately and remove the dais the city manager, Mr. Marrero. Do I have a second? I have a second by Mr. Haney. All in favor indicating by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed indicating by saying nay.
Nay.
Nay. Motion passes 5-2.
After the termination of the city attorney and the city manager, a dispute and shouting exchange erupted between Mayor Javier Joven and attorney Gavin Norris.
Please be recognized. Let us get through the process and we will get to the citizens' comments.
No, sir, we had
Yes,
comments
sir.
on those
Yes, sir.
agenda items.
During the process, we're engaged in the process, sir. Read your Robert Rules of Order.
You've already taken action. You've taken action on items.
You'll be recognized. You'll be recognized.
Without us
Or
being
you'll be
able to do
acting
that.
to
You
be
can ask us to leave, Mr. Mayor, and we'll file a
We're
suit
going to
against
move
the
on
city.
to item 4.
You cannot violate our rights.
Take any all possible action to appoint an interim city manager and to begin the search process for the position of city
Are you going to
manager.
deny us the right to
I will
speak, Mr.
make a
Mayor?
motion.
Are you going to
to
deny us
appoint
that
the
right, Mr. Mayor?
Interim city manager.
Javier Joven, are you going to deny us that right to speak when we've turned in cards to
I
speak
have a
on the issue?
motion by the mayor and second by Mark Mata. All in favor indicating by saying aye.
By the city council rules and what's provided openly, each person has the equal opportunity to speak. You turn in a card, we follow that process. Tonight, we saw a council that disregarded that process, engaged in the silencing and the disenfranchising of citizens' votes by skipping a discussion which the council knew we were here to speak on, and then after having made decisions on those items, then invited us to speak. That's actually not how it works. That's poor governance, and that's a clear violation of our equal protection rights to be able to speak on issues as they're up, not as I think he gave us the opportunity to speak on one of the 4 items we asked the council to speak on.
Former Odessa City Council members Filiberto Gonzalez and Dietra White, Hispanic Heritage of Odessa Director Carol Uranga, as well as Gene Collins addressed Mayor Joven and the City Council and voiced their opposition to the termination of employment of Michael Marrero and Natasha Brooks.
You were elected to represent the will of the people. You didn't come to the people and say, we're having problems, what do we need to do? You went and hid yourself behind closed doors and made a decision. And I'm very much appalled at that. And as leader of the NAACP, we will certainly take this in advisement along with some other things that we have seen, and we will do whatever we need to do so that we can have a peaceful governing body representing the will of all the people in Odessa, Texas, once again.
Gavin Norris addressed the City Council and declared a federal lawsuit against the city and each member of the City Council. Norris then accused Councilman District 1 Mark Mata of only being a rubber stamp for Mayor Javier Joven and the local Republican Party.
I stand on behalf of citizens of the south side of Odessa, specifically District 1. There are many things that we'll say. At this point, we won't talk about those things, but more importantly, we'll show you. I think it's very clear that you don't give a damn about what the citizens think because you'll take your own actions. There are 3 people on the dais right now who actually who are directly responsible to the citizens of District 1 and to the citizens of Odessa that I represent as constituents. Councilwoman Swanner, Councilmember Mata, and you, Mr. Joven. The one thing that they told me to come tonight and tell you is that the actions you've already taken, the citizens want to hear. You're responsible to the citizens. You haven't come to us. You haven't asked us. We don't give a damn about party politics. We don't care about your affiliations with the Republican Party. The citizens want you to do what we've asked you to do, which is govern. And you've eliminated 2 people tonight just because your petty personal biases and grievances. But it's okay, and I hope you feel that you've made the right decision. Mr. Mayor, please understand, I am filing a suit against the city tonight. You've disenfranchised my voice. Has anyone else signed a card to speak tonight who didn't get to speak? Several people. You see. But most importantly, and we didn't even plan on that, but tonight, I stand up here to make the announcement. We're actually filing a federal lawsuit against you, Mr. Mayor, and each person on the city council. We're filing a federal lawsuit based on your actions this year, which have violated the First Amendment Establishment Clause, the Fifth Amendment Equal Protection, and the 14th Amendment Equal Protection. We will add to that suit tonight what you've done tonight, Mr. Mayor. So I hope you're ready, I hope you're prepared, but please understand this. And Mr. Mata, I want to address this to you because when you sat down with us and asked for the vote of the black community to either support you or not support you, the one thing we had in our meeting with you was we didn't want you to be a puppet of Javier Joven. And you told us that you would not, you make your own decisions. There's a legal term in the legal profession, it's called res ipsa loquitur. It means the thing speaks for itself. Mr. Mata, I'll let you know tonight the thing speaks for itself.
Casey Hallmark, Executive Director of Downtown Odessa, Inc., made accusations of alleged bullying by Mayor Javier Joven and by Odessa City Councilman District 5 Chris Haney against her, as well as other accusations.
Good evening.
You have 3 minutes, ma'am.
My name is Casey Hallmark. I had hoped to speak prior to the termination of Mr. Marrero and Ms. Brooks. I wanted you to know that Mr. Marrero has been my boss since my start. I started as the director of Downtown Odessa January 3rd of this year, so just less than a year. He has been the most kind, patient, exceptional supervisor I've ever had. He was great. Ms. Brooks was so kind, so patient. She taught me so much. She never shut down a question. She was available for us in my department at all times, and I'm super disappointed that my city council would terminate them without reason. I also wanted to address the fact that I've been bullied, that I've been intimidated, and that I've been screamed at by a grown man, Mr. Haney. Mayor, I don't know why you looked confused. You're the one that told me I need to quote unquote watch my back. Do you remember telling me that the OPD is full of murderers? Don't look confused. Mr. Mata, do you remember telling me that, let me see, you are free to quote unquote respond accordingly? I have been treated so poorly. I have been afraid to speak up because I didn't want to get terminated. I'm a lifelong Odessan. When I took the job as the downtown director, I was so proud. I took the job to enact change, to be a voice, and to see great things come to my city. And that's exactly what I had hoped to do. The dirty politics have made this job unbearable. You came to my office so many times. You were right here when I went to shake your hand 3 weeks into my job, and you told me you would accept my letter of resignation. You told the public to fire me and rescind my offer because I'm a quote-unquote crazy liberal. This has been ridiculous. I'm so saddened. This is my city. This is our city, and you're making a mockery of it. The way that you come to council and fight and belittle people, the things that you do behind the scenes is absolutely repugnant. I love my city, I absolutely love my job. But at some point, somebody has to stand up and say, this is bananas. You guys cannot and should not treat city employees this way. I am not an elected official. I didn't sign up to be paraded around on Facebook pages that you all support. I did not publicly embarrass myself or publicly shame myself, ever. I am proud of what I do. I think we have done great things for downtown. I hope that I continue to do those things. I hope that I'm not retaliated against for speaking up against you.
At the end of the Odessa City Council meeting, Mayor Joven did not take any questions, but made a statement to media.
The majority of this council is committed to moving this community forward. This council will continually move this community forward as a whole. After extensive review, it was determined that adjustment needed to be made on the day-to-day leadership. We want to wish Mr. Marrero for the time of his service and the commitment in this role. We want to wish him well in his future endeavors.
For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Danny Barrera.
Thank you for following us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and also at DRB Media Communications Digital News.tv. And for DRB Media Communications Digital News, Viridiana Marquez.